Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check updates, daily news reports, what's going on with the United States, what's going on in Washington, D.C., and what is going on with the next stimulus package that has been announced at $3.5 trillion. It will be the largest stimulus package ever. For comparison, the third stimulus check package was $1.9 trillion. So this next stimulus package will be almost twice the size at $3.5 trillion. Could be negotiated up, could be negotiated down. Remember, this next stimulus package will be similar to the third stimulus check package in that it'll be passed through the reconciliation process, and similar in fashion in that only the Democrats are going to pass it. Remember, the third stimulus check package, not a single Republican voted yes on it, and the same thing is happening with the fourth stimulus check package. It passed two motion to proceed votes in the Senate that passed already these motion to proceed votes in a 50 to 49 vote voting process that passed in the Senate. All 50 Democrats voted yes, 49 Republicans voted no, and it is now actually moving over to the House of Representatives for the next portion of the reconciliation process. Nancy Pelosi and House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer are actually bringing the House of Representatives back to actually back from their recess or their state work period. They're coming back from their states to actually work on the next portion of the reconciliation process. So we're actually going to have a heated up week here where we go into the next portion of the reconciliation process. So we're actually going to have a big week coming up here. We're actually going to be getting a lot of details. Nancy Pelosi has said to her fellow Democrats, I say fellow Democrats, I'm not choosing sides or anything like that. It's just that the Democrats are going to pass this next stimulus package completely on their own. So she has said to the Democrats, now is the time to start putting forth proposals on what you would like to see in this package. We largely know a lot of things of what is going to be in this package, but they basically said, put forward your proposals now on what you would like to see in this package. So we're going to start to see a lot of really big details on, hey, I want this in this package. Hey, I want to see that in this package. Hey, I think this should be in this package. No, I don't think that should be in this package. So we're going to see a lot of kind of really big details of kind of some jockeying for position, some negotiating for position between the Democrats on these matters. Right now, we're seeing that happen kind of on some top line position over the size of the package, the $3.5 trillion, between the moderates, the Democrats that lean a little bit more towards the Republican side, and the progressives. There's a lot more progressives, especially in the House of Representatives. Those are the guys that lead more towards the larger size of the package. That actually want more than $3.5 trillion. Those are actually the Democratic Progressive Caucus led by Pramila Jayapal. There's like 100 of them alone, and they all vote together. Those are the guys that actually want more stimulus in this package. And she's actually the one who has co-authored the bill for monthly stimulus checks. It starts off with a $1,000 fourth stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring stimulus checks that would go until 1 year after the is declared over. Now, everything is up for negotiation, so this is kind of like one of the best case scenarios. We could see smaller monthly checks similar to the child tax credits, but we could see those for adults as well, or adult tax credits. They have said in this next package will be an extension of the child tax credits. Remember those monthly payments, which some people consider stimulus checks. I actually do consider them stimulus checks, the child tax credit payments, because largely it's just the government giving checks to people with children, 65 million people. And now you don't even need to have earned income. You don't even need to file a tax return to get these checks. So you could be basically not have any earned income at all and get $3,000 to $3,600 per child from the government. So I personally consider them stimulus checks because, especially because these child tax credits were passed from the third stimulus check package. Some people don't consider them stimulus checks. It really doesn't matter. They're checks from the government, okay, passed from the third stimulus check package. Those are only passed for 1 year. They end at the end of this year, okay? You're going to get the first half of this year in your tax returns, this year's tax returns that you'll file and get next year, okay? They're saying that they're going to expand those and extend those, Probably until 2025. We don't know how long they're going to extend those and expand them or extend them till probably until 2025 for 65 million children. Okay. So checks are probably going to be extended for 65 million children in this next package. That's what they've said. But again, nothing's final until they actually sign it in the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They're also saying that adult tax credits are going to be in this next package. So whether that means that there's going to be a forced stimulus check, because remember, a stimulus check is actually a tax credit. You don't need to file taxes to get the regular old everyday stimulus check. You don't need to be have any earned income or anything like that. The official name of a stimulus check is a advanced refundable tax credit. They send it to you in advance. It's refundable. You get it whether you owe the IRS money or not on your taxes. And if you don't actually end up getting your stimulus check, like it gets lost in the mail or the IRS just doesn't send it to you, you actually file it on your tax returns at the end of the year. By the way, if you didn't get stimulus check 1 or 2, I still see some comments to this day. You file it on line 30 on your tax returns. Okay, so again, if you didn't get stimulus check 1 or 2, file a 2020 tax return and claim it on line 30. Put the amount that is owed to you. By the way, if you didn't get stimulus check number 3, I actually seen some comments from some people, I think it was today or yesterday, that some people just literally got stimulus check number 3 just today or yesterday. Also, the $10,200 unemployment tax refunds or stimulus checks or stimulus provision checks that make the first $10,200 of unemployment income tax free. That was that stimulus provision that was added in at the very last moment from the third stimulus check package. Those are kind of going out right now. A lot of people, probably a million people or more, just received their checks in the last week. Please comment down below if you just got that. I've literally seen thousands of your guys' comments saying, thank you, Lord, I just got them here after months of waiting. So I did see a lot of your guys' comments. I've seen some people say they got over $3,000 from that. Congratulations to anybody who got it. If you're still waiting, my condolences. But yes, the IRS has confirmed they have over 35 million tax returns that they're still processing. Yeah, they're very far behind. 35 million tax returns that they're behind with. So that's going to take a long, long time. Honestly, they're not going to clear that up by next week or next week. So let's just hope that it doesn't, 35 million doesn't turn into 40 million. Let's just hope they're clearing it up and not getting even more behind. Yeah. Also, if you didn't receive your child tax credit payment for August, please be aware that they kind of had like a snafu. I always found that a funny word, snafu. They kind of had a little bit of a mix-up. That for some, even if you're on direct deposit, your August child tax credit payment could come in the mail. Yes, this is real. No joke. I wouldn't lie to you. Your August child tax credit check could actually be a paper check, even if you're on direct deposit. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, don't ask the IRS how, if you could call and wait in line for an hour on the phone if you'd like to. But I can confirm that I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of people comment on this channel that say, yes, Jimmy, it's correct. Even though I'm on direct deposit, I got a paper check in the mail for some strange reason in August. So please keep that in mind. If you didn't get your check yet, it could be coming in the mail. They've also said that the August checks, they had just an error for millions of people, and it also could be delayed, but just keep that in mind that it could be in the mail. Also be aware that there's a lot of scams going on, so make sure that you're not cashing or make sure it's a real check. I know it might be a little bit difficult with all this going on, but just make sure it's a real check and make sure you're not cashing a fake stimulus check or anything like that. I'll keep you up to date if there's a real check going on and which checks are real. I got some interesting news for you later on in this video about that as well. A U.S. appeals court has refused to end the CDC's eviction moratorium. Wow, pretty interesting news. Actually just came out today. Yeah, Friday, August 20th. Wow. Yeah, you can see here in another article, a federal appeals court judge rejects the effort to halt the Biden eviction moratorium, basically the eviction moratorium that is extended for renters until October 3rd. is still intact. It's being challenged by multiple landlord groups, and at this point, it is still intact. You can see here a federal appeals court on Friday rejected an effort to block the Biden administration's new eviction moratorium, likely teeing up the lawsuit for the Supreme Court. So, again, it seems like the battle never ends, but it could be going to the Supreme Court next. A three-judge panel for the Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit unanimously denied an emergency motion filed by two chapters of the National Association of Realtors to halt the eviction ban. So basically, the eviction moratorium has been upheld in the Circuit Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. The brief, unsigned decision comes a week after the U.S. District Court Judge Dabney Friedrich, a Trump appointee, rejected the group's effort to block the moratorium issued by the CDC. Earlier this month, President Biden ordered a more limited extension of the eviction freeze that expired in late July. The current moratorium is slated to expire in early October. It's actually October 3rd, and it could be extended after that at any given point. I will keep you up to date on this matter as well. Okay, thanks guys, and I will see you in the next video.